BMW i8 looks so powerful that you would think it's going to lift off any second now. But being a